We were within a half an hour of our boarding at the airport. I was standing, and just that tiny little movement leaning forward caught me, and I just froze in time. And I looked at my husband sideways and said, I can't move. And he was like, okay, whatever. And I'm like, no, really, I can't move. I'm not going to be able to get on the plane. I'm so serious. My back just quit. He went and talked to the stewardesses or whatever you call them at the gates. They quickly made arrangements for a flight wheelchair to put me on the plane after everyone else was boarded. It was kind of embarrassing. As we waited on the tarmac in Florida to take off, I was just Googling. I found your program. First, I thought, well, whatever. I'm really desperate here, so I'm going to check this out. And there was a lady with me at the wheelchair. She was like, oh, that's probably not going to work. And I said, well, you know what? It's my money. It's my time. I'm going to do what I want. People have a mentality like a doctor fixes everything. I seldom have that mentality. I'm more of a mentality like our bodies have enormous power to heal themselves. But I didn't even know that about your program yet. I just thought I got to figure something out. So I purchased it right then. By the time we got home from the office, I already got an email with access. I immediately went through the beginning steps. I understood some of that because of being a nurse. When we landed in Illinois, they took me off the plane. We have a son that's a chiropractor. So he called him and said, I'm in bad shape and you need to see her as soon as possible. He took me there. I could not walk just to move to get to the inside the office. He did a little treatment on me and it helped me at least take some steps. I still couldn't walk very well. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it was probably a 9. I understood some of that because of being a nurse. I've been a nurse, and because my daughter is a personal trainer also. So it made sense to me. So I did all that. And then I did the series of exercises. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel really good right now. I can move. And I was like, oh my God, I was walking. I felt better. So I did just a few days of those. Unfortunately, like probably most people, I moved on. I felt better. So it was over. So it got me through. But I had friends that would be in that similar circumstances with their backs killing them. And a neighbor, I said, just try it. Just see if it helps. I know my neighbor for sure. It helped him immensely. Over the weekend, I was moving furniture. I was stepping up on a curb and I wasn't sure about my footing. And I twisted just a hair. And it was just enough to create some spasm. It started to subside. I felt a little bruised feeling. I thought, oh, it'll go away, just rest. And then Monday, I felt okay. It hurt, but I wanted to clean my basement. So I did. For 6 hours, I'm cleaning this stuff out, just getting rid of things. It really actually kind of felt good to move around, even though it was bothering me a little bit. But when I got up yesterday morning, I thought, I probably shouldn't have done all that. I went to work and I sit at a desk at my regular job. That was not helpful for me at all. By this morning, I could hardly walk again. And I searched for you. It's been 2 years. So I was really like, well, now what am I going to do? Because I knew if I did those exercises, it would do the same thing. I knew it would. I was pretty desperate. And then when I found your Facebook page, I was like, oh my God, I can message you. And I felt really good. I don't believe I actually had skepticism, but I also didn't expect that quick of relief. I just know when I got up, I was just like, wow. I was just pleasantly surprised and amazed. And I thought, well, there you go. Since I'm a firm believer in allowing your body to restore itself with the right tools. And that's always the path that I take. It was amazing to me. I was at over a 9 in pain. That didn't change the pain when I went to the chiropractor. What it did was allow me to walk out. The pain was still there. The exercises, however, changed the whole thing. The pain subsided. I was mobile. It really seemed like a miracle to me that it was that effective. I would totally recommend this program. Well, and I already have over the course of several years. I would recommend it to everybody. Every time there's somebody that talks about their back, I mention you and tell them to find you and look you up because it works. Proof is in the pudding, right? Credentials can be helpful sometimes. But it's kind of like, you see a child protege pianist playing the piano when they're 5 years old. They've never had any training and yet they have a gift. Some people just have gifts that we have to be aware of. If I had somebody sitting next to me right this minute, and they were having back trouble and back pain, and they were skeptical of anything besides traditional care. I would strongly suggest that before they made a decision that would impact, in all possibility, a negative impact on their life for the rest of their lives, that take some time and just look at it and try it. And then if that doesn't work, then go ahead, do what you want. Unfortunately, most people they don't want to be their own advocate, or they don't know how. Sometimes they need somebody else to kind of like give it a try. People tend to be procrastinators and kind of lazy, and they'd rather take what they think is the easy way out. But that's kind of like that Pinocchio moment. You think it's all going to be great and fun, and then you get in trouble. It's like, no, take the time. It's your body and it's your wellness. It's really your choice. Don't put your hands in your body, or put your body in the hands of somebody who doesn't even know you.
The number one thing we should be focusing on and learning the most about is us, our bodies, and what to do with them. And we're not taught anything about that. And so when we're older, we have no clue how to feel better. We have no clue the necessary steps to take to get us out of pain. And so we become dependent on this whole system, and the system is not designed to actually help us. It's kind of scary and
The system's designed for this.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. It's to get you in on that kind of hamster wheel of never-ending medication and doctor visits, and so yeah. So that's our mission, is to get people off that.
I'm just looking forward to getting it all back together again. And because you're thinking about your breathing and you're thinking about connecting your mind with where you're at. So you're not thinking about something else. But it was quick too. It was when I got up. It was like,
Gotcha.
wow. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.